Top of the morning, creator. It's day 11. We've crossed it into halfway and beyond. How does it feel? You feeling like you have more clarity, more discernment, more of an ability to be an observer rather than an active participant or a reactive participant? I hope so. More in tune with your emotional guidance system, your feelings, and the subtlety of them. In this world, there's not a lot of subtle. And so we're always bombarded with things, from our devices or wherever. There's noise, there's people, there's really no subtle happening. And so one of the biggest challenges, perhaps, is falling into your subtle, getting aware of what is subtle, becoming a master at discerning subtle feelings, subtle thoughts, subtle nudges from the universe to look this way or that. I had one this morning, a subtle nudge. I was doing my yoga practice out on my deck, and I just had a feeling to look up, come out of the pose and look up. And when I did, there were dolphins out right in front of me in the ocean. Responding to the subtle feeling. I didn't even think about the feeling. I just went with it. I didn't dissect it. I didn't say, oh, I'm in the middle of my yoga practice. I just went with it. This is what we want to get better and better and better at, just going with it. Look up now, see something beautiful. Look to your right, look to your left. Take this right-hand turn. I know it's not on your route, but take it anyway. Things like that. You want to be a masterful discerner of the subtle energy, because that's where the wealth is, in the subtle. Not in the cacophonous day-to-day, but in the subtle. Source is subtle. Your inner being is subtle. And so all these exercises that we do together is building up your muscle of subtle, of knowing what subtle is, how it feels. So my idea for today is to talk about how-tos. It's one of my favorite knowings that came out of the teachings of Abraham for me, is leaving the how-tos to the universe, and you just get about the business of dreaming your desire into becoming. That's your how-to, okay? So what I mean is the how-tos are the nuts and bolts of something, let's say. So you might say to yourself, oh, I'm just dying to start my own business, but I don't have enough money. I don't know all the right people. I don't know where to begin. I'm feeling overwhelmed. That was a dumb idea. No, it wasn't. It was a grand idea, and it came to you for a reason. And the fact that you don't have all those things in place doesn't matter. Doesn't matter about feeling good about the idea. You can start that right now. Right now, right this moment, you can start feeling good about your idea to start a new business, or to attract a new lover, or to attract more money, or to get better health, or get a car, whatever it is you want. You can start right now in a feeling place, feeling good about that. And so that when it does manifest, it just feels like icing on the cake that you've already made. It just falls into place like a puzzle piece. Click. With ease and subtlety. So let's talk about how we, as the human, okay, so I have the desire. I'm going to talk about something that I'm working on right now. And that is, I'm going to be moving from the home that I'm currently in to a new home. And as far as the how-tos go, I have contacted some real estate people and have put them on it. Now, I just need to let it go. But I'm human. And sometimes I get a little nervous about it and say, oh, but will it be as nice as this place? Maybe I should call them right now and spur them on and make sure they're on it, or 1,001 other things that are going to come into my head. So what I know is that I love the house that I'm in now. And the reason that I'm leaving is because it gets way too cold in the wintertime. In Mexico, where I live, people don't have heat like we have heat, like I'm used to in the United States. It just doesn't happen. You might have a portable heater with propane, but that's not going to heat your house. That's not, the one that's coming out of the vent and keeping you toasty. And I live on the beach, which means all the big winter storms come in here and my house gets quite chilly. Okay. So I actually want to move my house, my home. I want to find a new home. And I want all the amazing things that I have here, there, plus more. Y más. And there's this thing that happens in my mind where I go back and forth and think, oh my God, but can I get those? I start doubting myself. Not unusual. We're human. We do this. So what do I need to do in order to feel good now, to feel good about the process, and to feel good about the house that's coming? So this morning I started doing a feel-good thing about my new home, how it's going to feel when I get to my new home. And I got stuck. I felt it. I felt the subtle feeling of, wait a minute, this stuff isn't flowing. It's because I haven't gotten jiggy with the fact that I can actually take what I have in my now home into my new home, that I'm going to get all of the benefits and more, right? So where I begin now is I begin with the place that I am. So let's do a little exercise together and you'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm in my house now and I say to myself, oh, what do I love about my house? Well, I love living on the ocean. I love all the birds that I get to, an osprey just started coming to us a couple of days ago and I just love her. I see her every morning now. I have my favorite hawks. I have my favorite pelicans. I love the fact that the sun rises and sets and I get to watch it from both ends, as well as the moon. I love a moonset on the ocean. It feels so beautiful to watch it rippling across the top of the ocean. I feel so special to be living here. I feel rich beyond words. I feel safe in all the right ways. I feel taken care of. I feel happy. I feel so satisfied living here. I love coming home here. I love coming into my home. Brilliant. Now let's talk about my new house that we know that it's already done because everything that we desire is already done. And so I'm going to pop into that place because I just created a juicy place by going over what I love in this house. Oh, my new home is going to be just like this one, but better. I'm going to have all the same views, but from a different vantage point, which I love. I love having a new vantage point. I love watching how the sun changes direction as the seasons, as she changes where she sets on the ocean. And from my new vantage point, I'll be seeing a whole new face of her, side of her. And the same with the moon. I'll be tracking the moon across the sky until it dips into the ocean in front of me as I sit on the deck in my new home, relishing my sanctuary, relishing my peace, relishing and appreciating all the cooperative components that came together to give me this gift of my new home. Thanking myself, feeling so good about myself. Look what I can create. Look at me living in another country, feeling like a queen every day, feeling so blessed. I'm really good at this creation thing. I'm really proud of myself. I love life. I love living like this. I love knowing I can be, do, or have anything I want in the world. I love my new home. I so appreciate all my houses that came before because they brought me to where I am here, right now, in a feeling of such satisfaction that it can't be described. I'm abuzz with it. I'm awash in it. I am flowing life in such a huge way. I am the artful allower. I love my new home. Okay. See? Get it? We'll go over it a bit again at the end of our meditation before I send you journaling. So let's have a meditation, shall we? Take off your glasses, put everything down. Get comfy in your seat. Get heavy in your seat. Drop into your seat. Allow everything to just become easy. Close your eyes. Allow your facial muscles to relax. Your forehead, relax. Your eyes sink deep in your skull. Your tongue lays at the bottom of your mouth. Your cheeks are relaxed. Your ears are relaxed. Your throat and shoulders and arms hang heavy, hanging off your body. Hands in your lap are heavy. Hips relax and release into your seat. Pelvis is heavy. Thighs heavy. Knees, calves, ankles, feet, toes, heavy, released, relaxed. Noticing the breath, becoming the observer. Noticing how the body moves with the breath, where it responds. With each exhale, releasing deeper, letting go of more. Let's do our 3-5 count today. 3 on the inhale, 5 on the exhale. It is your choice if you choose to breathe in and out of your nose. If that's not available to you, breathing in your nose and out your mouth. 3 in, 5 out. You just keep counting and breathing. And while you're aware of your breath and the beats that you're breathing to, Notice if your body has tensed up through your change of venue to an observer. It happens. Your body does not need to participate in your observation. Your lungs do, as you're breathing into 3 beats and out to 5, but your shoulders don't. Your face doesn't. You can at once observe and allow. This is a subtle thing, right? A subtle marriage. How can I observe and allow without my body, parts of my body responding that don't need to respond? This is part of the game. This is part of the tweaking and the fine tuning. You just notice, oh, that's where I carry tension. Interesting. Good to know. Good to know, so that when you're in your car driving, perhaps, you'll be noticing more. Oh, wait, my shoulders are up. They don't need to be up while I'm driving. Why am I clenching my jaw? I'm driving. I'm not driving with my teeth. You see? All of these things that we're doing benefit all areas of our life. Meditation changes the character of how you respond to your day, to your actions in your day, to the people in your day, to the choices that you make in your day. And you're breathing 3 in and 5 out. Relaxed, sinking deep. Ease and flow, sinking deep with each breath, deeper into home, deeper into your sanctum sanctorum. This place, your place. Your special, unique sanctuary. No one feels like you do. No one has the experiences that you do. You are so special. You are exalted. And when you come here, it's easier to remember. And then whatever you glean from your meditation, you take forward into your day. Your choices become clearer. You notice the subtleties, the changes in yourself and others. You become more discerning, more creative. You learn how to separate the wheat from the chaff, in that when you have a thought, you say, is this impulse driven or inspired? You get to make those differences that most people don't even know exist. which keeps you from making choices that might not serve you in the moment. You have constant guidance, constant, consistent guidance. It never wavers, it never leaves you. It's never off serving somebody else and then gets back to you later. It's 24/7. So that you can always make the highest and best choices, which means the highest and best life, which means the highest and best fun and thriving and success. And it all starts here, right here, where you get to know you, where you get to align with you consciously and create with you, where you get to understand the feeling of allowing. It just seeps into your bones. Oh, this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. And while I'm talking to you, the dolphins just returned. This one's for you, Creator. Diving into the water, getting their food, coming up. There's a whole pod of them. That's you, going down deep, and coming up to the surface for air later, all smoothly with alacrity. How wonderful. How wonderful it is to be alive. How wonderful it is to realize the things that we're knowing and coming to know and getting more in tune with. Job well done, Creator, on this life thing. Job well done. So now let's start to come out. But let's bring all these juicy feelings with us, okay? This openness, this willingness. Don't leave it all down here. Get it to go. As we say here in Mexico, para llevar, okay? You're bringing it with you. I want to take the rest of that taco to go. I want to take how good it feels here in my knowing place to go. As you start to come up, and maybe you wiggle your fingers and your toes and stretch your arms over your head, keeping your eyes closed to the last possible moment, savoring the trip up as much as the trip in, pulling all that juice with you, all that allowing, flowing, open human that you are. And then allowing your eyes to fall deep into your skull. When you do open them, make sure you open them and review the whole space, beginning with your peripheral vision as far to the side as you can see. Open to everything as the observer. See what the room, what your view is revealing to you. Now open your eyes. Wonderful. Okay. So now for your journaling. I'd like you to think of something that you want, that the universe has already done for you. It's already in the bag. It's already sitting there waiting for you to just fetch it. And I would suggest that you pick something that's not huge. When we say we have big desires and little desires, and the universe says, well, we respond to them all equally. The thing is, our big desires, we have a tendency to put a lot of speed bumps and stop signs and stuff in there because we're so into the big part of it that we think it can never happen. That's why it takes longer. So with the smaller stuff, it's easier. So what comes easy to you? Something does. Some people make money easily. Some people find lovers easily. Some people draw easily, whatever it is. What comes easily to you? And get something that's kind of an easy thing and play with that first. And write down, when I have this, whatever this is, when I'm sitting in my new home, when I'm sitting at my new office, when I'm sitting in my new car, when I'm sitting next to my new lover, when I am, how is that going to feel? And you can start out in future tense, which is what I like to do. I like to start future and just write it all down. Let's pick a lover because that's always fun. When I'm sitting next to my new lover or across from my new lover, yes. So I can look in my new lover's eyes. Oh, I love this feeling. I'm feeling so excited. My whole body is awake and alive. I'm feeling grand anticipation. I'm feeling so good about myself. Look what I attracted. Way to go. So glad my new lover can't read my mind. I love this feeling. I love the feeling of satisfaction when I've come upon a great creation of mine. I love feeling excited. I love feeling open and flowing and free. I love my new lover, and he loves me. Something like that. You can start in the future tense, and what you're going to find is you're going to just get into the present tense. It's just going to happen because you're going to be so good at creating that atmosphere that you want to manifest. Okay, I'm going to set you off now. I'm so excited for you. Go do your part of the deal and leave the how-tos, the driving. When I was a kid, we had Greyhound bus commercials on the TV, and they said, "Go Greyhound and leave the driving to us." It's the same thing. Leave the driving to the experts. All you need to do is feel yourself into that place of attraction.